If you have lost someone because of someone else's negligence, you don't have to figure out the legal side of it alone. I am Asthana, managing partner here at Caldwell, Wenzel, and Asthana Personal Injury Lawyers. We represent families across Alabama, Mississippi, and the Florida Panhandle who have lost a loved one through no fault of their own. Wrongful death claims arise when someone dies because of somebody else's negligence. That includes fatal truck and car accidents, motorcycle crash fatalities, workplace accidents, medical malpractice, nursing home neglect, defective products, premises liability, which are injuries caused by unsafe or poorly maintained property, and in some cases, violent acts, where civil liability applies independent of any criminal nature. The common thread is this: someone's negligence or recklessness causes the death, and the laws in Alabama, Florida, and Mississippi gives the surviving family members a path to hold the wrongdoer accountable. I know that legal steps are probably the last thing on your minds right now, but a few things matter early on, and I want you to know what those are. Preserve any evidence related to how your loved one died. If it was a vehicle accident, make sure to preserve the vehicle your loved one was in, and also send an immediate letter to the at-fault party to preserve their vehicle. Do not allow either vehicle to be repaired, sold, or destroyed. Vehicles contain an airbag control module. It captures data from moments before the crash happens, and you need the vehicles preserved in order to download that module. If it was a workplace accident, if possible, document the scene before anything changes. And if it involves medical care, then the family or the legally authorized representative should request medical records immediately. Do not communicate with the responsible party's insurance company without speaking to a personal injury lawyer first. And absolutely do not sign anything they send you. Early outreach from the other side is rarely ever in your party's interest. Wrongful death claims have strict filing deadlines. That's why it's really important not to wait. 2 years in Alabama, 2 years in Florida, and 3 years in Mississippi. Evidence deteriorates, and witnesses, they move on. So the earlier we get involved, the more evidence we can preserve. Do not accept any insurance offers from an insurance company before you've spoken to a personal injury attorney. Insurers move real fast after a death. Their hope is that a grieving family will accept whatever money they offer for closure. But those early offers, they almost never reflect the true value of the case. And do not discuss the circumstances of the case, the death, on social media. After a wrongful death, the insurance company for the responsible party begins their investigation right away. They're looking to reduce what they're required to pay as much as possible. They may dispute the cause of death, raise questions about your loved one's own actions, or make a quick settlement offer to close your file before your family has an idea of what that case is actually worth. Our job is to be there to make sure that doesn't happen, and to make sure that the pertinent evidence is preserved and your family interests are protected. Alabama's wrongful death law is different from most states, and it matters. In Alabama, the wrongful death damages are punitive. They're intended to punish that wrongdoer, not simply to compensate the family for the loss. In Alabama, the wrongful death damages are distributed directly to the heirs instead of becoming part of the probate estate. The laws that govern this are under intestate succession rules. In other words, the damages are distributed to heirs pursuant to the intestate succession rules, and not so much whether you have a will and what it says. When it comes to Florida, the Florida Wrongful Death Act dictates qualifying surviving family members like spouse, parents, or children can recover for lost financial support, loss of companionship, and mental pain and suffering. The estate can also recover for medical expenses and the deceased person's lost earnings. Florida's tort law reform changes have impacted how some of these damages are calculated. So the specifics of your case, they matter. In Mississippi, pursuant to the Mississippi Code 11-7-13, recoverable damages include lost financial support, loss of companionship, and the pain and suffering experienced by the deceased before death. Mississippi follows pure comparative fault. Unlike in Alabama, a finding of partial fault reduces your recovery but does not eliminate it. Who can legally bring a wrongful death lawsuit depends on the state and the family structure involved, which is one reason why speaking to an attorney early matters. Caldwell, Wenzel, and Asthana, we prepare wrongful death cases with the same preparation as we do any other case, and with the understanding that there are grieving family members behind it, not just any other matter. We investigate the circumstances of death, preserve evidence, identify every responsible party, and we work with medical and accident experts to build the case. We handle all communications, whether it's with the insurance company or opposing counsels. We do it so that you do not have to handle it. And if the wrongdoer's insurance company doesn't offer what's fair, we are ready to take your case to trial. We want you to focus on your family, and we will handle the rest. If you have lost someone because of someone else's negligence, we want you to reach out. We work on these cases in Alabama, Florida, and Mississippi. Our conversation is always free, and there is no obligation. Your family's case should be built on the truth of what actually happened, not on what the other side hopes you will quickly accept. We are ready to help you make that case, and we look forward to working for your family.